Right, hi guys. First of all, I just want to say this is not so much an in-depth review as more of a walkthrough on how to set up the Xiaomi Zero doorbell. Now, when you open the packaging, you will see that you've got yourself the doorbell itself. It's not the prettiest, but it's alright, does the job. It's got a camera on the front, sensor, there's your button, and at the back it's got the option of either screwing it on, or you can this is like some adhesive tape stuff that you can peel off and put straight on your door, which they recommend, and that just unclips, and you can see you've got normal 4 AA batteries that go in there, and there is on the side here there's a little screw hole where you can screw the side on. And actually, what is a useful feature, so long as you don't do it very late at night, set it up, there is an anti-tamper proof option you can set up, so you can enable so that if someone does mess around with that screw and this gets a bit of a wiggle going on, it will sound quite a loud alarm, which my neighbours found out unfortunately very late at night. So you might want to skip the alarm bit when you're first setting it up. Now, this is optional. I mean, you might not have this with yours. It is. I bought the set which come with the kind of plug-in ringer notification thing. So it's just like a normal doorbell ringer you put into the wall socket. Now, you will notice that it's got the Chinese power things on there. So what you're going to need is, you know, like the adapters you take abroad, you just need the opposite of that. Here's one that I've got kicking around from another old Chinese device. This package here didn't come with an adapter, so you're going to need one of these. They're cheapest chips. Pick them up in your local sort of B&Q, a shop like that, or obviously buy them, I don't know, they're probably like about £1 on eBay or something like that. But you will need something, you need one of those if you want to use the ringer. I mean, that's optional. You can obviously get notifications via your phone. If you want that working, you're going to need one of these, unless you was lucky enough to get one of these with yours. It also comes with some batteries, which was handy. You've got a little tiny screwdriver there, just a normal Phillips, unlike the Ring doorbell that I'm actually replacing because I broke my Ring doorbell. Long story, I won't bore you with that. This is a normal Phillips, not the star-shaped ones. Then you've got some screws. This, I've got no idea what that is. It's pointless. Whatever it is, I think it's just a sticker by the looks of it, telling people where the doorbell is, maybe in Chinese. Who knows? Throw that away. This instruction manual, absolutely pointless. Throw it away. Right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the Play Store, and you want to search for, let's do Mi Doorbell. Okay, it's actually the Xiaomi Home app you want. I'm not even sure if that is how you pronounce Xiaomi, but we go with that. I've got their phones and everything. I've had them for a few years. I'm never really sure how to pronounce it, but let's go with that anyway. Click install, and this shouldn't take too long to install with any luck. But yeah, I'd recommend doing this, and then obviously while you're doing this, you could, if you want, obviously pop the batteries in your doorbell. Now, I'm going to hold off doing that for a moment because it starts speaking Chinese to you and it all gets a bit confusing. So, yeah, that's the main reason I've done this video, to be honest. I spent quite a few hours trying to work out how to set this up because I couldn't find any instructions anywhere that were in English. So, yeah, I consider myself to be a bit of a geek with a little bit of technical know-how, but I really struggled setting this up, so hopefully this will be of some use to some of you out there. And while this is installing, I'll just quickly tell you, compared to the Ring doorbell that I had the original Ring doorbell, the 720p one, I have to say I'm perfectly happy with this, other than the fact that I know it's early days for it. Maybe it will improve on the software front, but everything is sort of, well, virtually everything is in Chinese. So yeah, that is a bit of a pain. But it's not the end of the world, as you'll see in the app in a minute. There is a lot in English, but there's also a fair bit that's in Chinese as well. But it doesn't necessarily matter because you can configure things here and there. So I'm just going to open this. We'll go along and agree with the ins and outs and what have you. Now, if you're in the UK, obviously Google Play Store is probably going to set it up as UK recommended. Now, this is where I had most of the problems. Turns out, at this moment in time, I'm sure they will probably change this, I'm presuming, depending on licenses, I guess, and things like that. But it's not actually available in the UK yet, this doorbell, so you have to install the Chinese version. I did also try the US country. That also did not have it available as the listed apps that you can set up. So find yourself China. It may well be. There's other countries there that will work, but certainly USA and UK do not work, but China should. So we click save once we've got China. And it should open up. Allow access, yes. If you're happy with allowing China access to your details, of course you're going to need to accept these. And right, we're in. Now, you're going to need to sign in. So if you don't already have an account with Xiaomi, just sign up. So what we actually need here is you can sign in via the password option down the bottom. So this then allows you to sign in with your normal Xiaomi account details. If you haven't already got an account, you can click the little sign up button in the bottom right corner there. Not in the bottom right, just below sign in, just down here. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to click sign in. And basically what happens is when you choose the UK or China or whatever you choose, it actually hooks you up with a totally different server, which is why I think they only have certain services available on different countries. Now, right, it looks like I'm in. Okay, now, I just tried a number of times and it did not work, the pairing. So, I've just had an idea. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give this app access to pretty much everything. I'm just going to take a gamble that the Chinese aren't going to steal all my information. And I'm going to set the app permissions on this just temporarily to everything. So I'm going to find the app, find the settings for that app, which is that one there. Right, app permissions. I'm going to just let it do whatever the hell it wants. Okay, what else we got down here? Oh, don't know about that. Me pay. This looks like it could be something. MUI permissions access. I would imagine that definitely needs setting. The pay one, nah, I don't know. Well, to be fair, I've not got a credit card registered with them. No, forget that. There's too much going on in Chinese that I don't understand already. So if they start billing me in Chinese and I don't know what I'm agreeing to, that won't be good. So I'll skip that one. What other permissions we got? Show unlock screen. Yeah, go on then. Accept that. Notifications. Yeah, that all looks alright, doesn't it? Okay, now I'm thinking it should work now, hopefully. Let's go back into the app. Fingers crossed, everything crossed, okay? So press the little plus icon, top right corner, to add a device. And you want to search for doorbell. So we're just putting door, and there you go, bottom left corner, smart video doorbell, that's the one. Click on that, and what it's going to tell you now, on screen, you're soon going to get a message saying that you need to hold down the reset button, long press, so that means like hold it for a few seconds, the reset button. After installing the battery, well, battery is plural, but alright, we'll let that one go. Hold the reset button at the bottom of the camera. Well, it's not really at the bottom, it's at the back of the camera, I suppose. Actually just above the batteries, until the doorbell prompts waiting for connection. And again, it definitely doesn't say that, but it probably says the Chinese equivalent. So I'm going to hold this reset button, and like I say, it's just above the batteries on the back there. So you've got to make sure you haven't put the back on after putting the batteries in. So hold that down until you start hearing some Chinese lady talking to you. There we go. Yeah, she's chatting away. Get used to that. She's going to keep saying that for a while. So wait. So you tick this thing that says wait until you hear a voice prompt. Yeah, I know. Not the most intuitive. I'm going to move her somewhere else where she can't annoy me quite so much with her stupid chatting away in Chinese at me. Next. Okay. Now, this... I'm going to have to go into another room because all I can hear is chatting away. So, you'll see in my example here, nothing's showing up. It isn't showing my Wi-Fi hotspot. Now the reason that is because I'm currently connected to a 5G network, which is great on the phone. However, this device is not capable of 5G. Very similar to the Ring doorbell that I had. That was the same. You couldn't connect to 5G. So what you've got to do is set up a 2.4 hotspot, which is pretty straightforward to do. Just Google it. Google whatever internet provider you've got, whatever router you've got. I've got BT, so I just Googled how to set up 2.4G hotspot. And anyway, you just basically go into the router settings and it's quite straightforward from there. So what I'm going to do is click the connect to another router thing, and you'll see it now gives me a list of available hotspots. So you can see that Badger 2.4 gigahertz, well 2_4 gigahertz. That is my one. So I'm going to click on that, pop in the password. Okay, password's in, and you can see it's now highlighted in blue, top of the screen, and we can click next. Right, now we've got the QR code up. What you got to do at this point is go back to the annoying lady, pick up your doorbell, and point the camera towards your screen until she says something different. Okay. I think the problem is probably where I was too busy talking to you guys, explaining about the 2.4G. It's probably somehow reset. So, all right, I'm going to hold down the reset button again on the back of this doorbell. There we go. Okay. And I'm pointing her towards... Aha! Right, she said something different there. I'm sure that was definitely something different. Yeah. I'm going to go with that successful. So I'm going to click next. Right, now this is where, first time round, it was failing before I set those app permissions. So this will be interesting. Hey! That looks very promising. Connected to network. That is really good. That's definitely further than it got before. So it must have been that permissions thing. Okay. Select a room. Okay, well, it's a doorbell. Which is going to go at the front of the house. So pick something relevant, I guess. Is there more options? No? Okay. let's just go with front door. Okay. Next. You can share a device with someone. So I'm just going to skip that for now. Let's get started. Agree. There's details of where to put your doorbell. So yeah, I'd suggest probably what they suggest and have it maybe central on the door or sort of just above the handle or something. But yeah, play around with that before you physically stick it in place, because yeah, you need to get your camera angles right. Okay, so I'm going to click this button at the bottom and hopefully new firmware detected. Yes, please, I'm going to have that. New firmware, hopefully. It might be in English. Doubt it, though, somehow. So it looks like we're good there. That is good. So that is step one of setting it up. Now, step two, oh, you can see my finger there and a bit of the indoor of the house. So it is definitely working. The other thing you need to do is, now I've got to try and remember how to do this. We need to try and link up the doorbell chime thing. Right, so back to your doorbell. Take your doorbell down to wherever you're going to set up your chime. If you've got the chime, that's optional. And plug your chime in, like so. And you can see there we've got 3 buttons on the side. You've got your tone, melody at the top. They're all extremely annoying, some more so than others. The bottom button is your volume, and the middle one is for synchronizing purposes. Now initially, when I got mine, it was actually synchronized and it was just working sort of straight out of the box, the actual chime itself. But then I somehow managed to desynchronize it, if that's a word, when I was faffing around trying to get things working with the app. So what you need to do is, I think the easiest way to show you is if do you know what, I'm going to take these batteries out. Let's take them out. Right, batteries out. And the other thing I'm going to do is on here, if you hold that for like, I don't know, I think it's about 10 seconds. I think it should make a few beepy noises. There you go. Now that puts it into some sort of reset mode. We'll put the batteries back in. Bang them in. There we go. Right. And then if you hold down this button, she should start talking to you in Chinese again. There you go. There you go. Now, I've now got a notification on my phone, so make sure that your phone is on the same Wi-Fi. I don't know if that matters or not, but you might as well. So I'm just going to click that, to click my notification, which says doorbell receiver. After clicking OK, doorbell will be paired with receiver. Please confirm. Okay, I just had to do that last bit again because I wasn't quick enough. Basically, when you click OK, you should get an authorization success message, and then your chime should go ding dong, or whatever noise you've got it set up as. So now, if I press the button on there, it should come out of the loudspeaker thing, the chime. Let's try it. Yep. As you can see, it's paired. It's annoying, but it's paired. And then if I want, I can press that to turn the volume. It goes down and then it automatically goes up to the next level. We can change the chime. Oh God, no. That's not terrible. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it on that. So if I press that, And the ding, da ding, ding that you can hear, that is actually coming out of the doorbell itself, so the person ringing the doorbell would hear that. Okay, and that is it. Hopefully that has helped some of you.